Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this tutorial, we'll learn how to create a Noob character and animate it in Blender. Let's get started. Press Shift A to add a cube. Move it up on the Z-axis. Open the viewport shading menu and enable cavity. Press Shift D to duplicate the cube, then move it down on the Z-axis. Press numpad 1 for front view and scale the cube slightly on the X-axis. Press Tab to enter edit mode. Select the bottom face and move it down slightly. Switch back to object mode. Duplicate the cube, move it along the X-axis, and resize it. Open the Modifier tab and add a mirror modifier. Use the eyedropper tool to set the torso as the mirror object. Now, the right arm will be mirrored on the X-axis. Duplicate the arms and move them down. Apply the mirror modifiers. Select the legs and arms, switch to edit mode, and press A to select all. Press P and choose separate by loose parts. Back in object mode, you can now select each part individually. Select the right leg and arm, right-click, and choose Set Origin to Geometry. Now, select the right arm and try rotating it on the X-axis. You'll see it rotates around its own origin, but we want it to rotate from the shoulders. The shoulders should act as pivot points. To fix this, we need to move the origin point. Open the Active Tool tab and enable Affect Only Origins. Move the origin point up on the Z-axis to align with the shoulder. Disable Affect Only Origins and rotate the arm again. Now, enable Affect Only Origins again and move the left arm's origin point. Do the same for the legs and head to set their pivot points correctly. Select all parts, then press Ctrl A and apply scale and rotation. With everything selected, switch to edit mode, press A to select all, then press Ctrl B to bevel the edges. In the bottom left panel, set segments to 3. Back in object mode, right-click and choose Shade Auto Smooth. Move the model up slightly to align it with the floor. Now let's create the eyes. Add a UV sphere and rotate it 90 degrees on the X-axis. Apply a mirror modifier and set the head as the mirror object. Switch to front view, press G to move and S to scale, and position the eyes. Enter Edit Mode, press P, and separate the objects. Back in object mode, select the right eye, right-click, and choose Set Origin to Geometry. Then, right-click again and select Shade Smooth. Let's create the mouth. Add a plane, rotate it 90 degrees, and move it up. Scale it down on the Z and X axes. Press Ctrl A and apply rotation and scale. Switch to edit mode. Press Ctrl R to add a loop cut. Select the left side vertices and delete them. Open the Modifiers tab and add a mirror modifier. Enable clipping to prevent vertices from crossing the mirror line. Press Ctrl R and scroll up the mouse wheel to add more loop cuts. Select all faces and press E to extrude. Add a subdivision surface modifier and set the subdivision level to 2. Back in object mode, right-click and select Shade Smooth. Move the mouth back on the Y-axis. We will animate the mouth and eyes later using shape keys. Now, let's add materials. Press the Z key and switch to Material Preview mode. Select the head, open the Material Properties tab, and click New to add a material. Set the base color to yellow and decrease roughness to 0.2. Select the arms and assign the same material from the list. Select the torso, add a new material, set the base color to dark blue, and set roughness to 0.2. Select the legs and assign a different material. Finally, assign separate materials for the eyes and mouth. Alright, let's add a Blender logo using texture painting method. Select the torso and switch to texture painting mode. Open the texture slots panel, click the plus icon, and add a new base color texture slot. Rename it Logo and set the resolution to 4096 pixels. Enable the alpha channel, then click Add. Open the texture menu, click New to add a new texture, and set the mapping method to stencil. Go to the Texture Properties tab and open the Blender logo image in PNG format. You can download this image from the blender.org website. I will share the link in the video description. In the texture menu, click Image Aspect to maintain the correct aspect ratio. Switch to Front View, move the image by holding right-click, and hold Shift to resize it. Make sure the hard brush is selected and set the color to white, then paint over the image. Finally, switch back to object mode. That's it. Now, let's animate the character. Press the Z key to switch to solid mode. Select the head and try to rotate it. You'll notice that the eyes and mouth don't follow along. To fix this, hold Shift, select the eyes and mouth, and then select the head last. The head should be the active selection. Press Ctrl plus P and choose Set Parent. Now, the eyes and mouth will follow the head. Similarly, select all body parts, then select the torso last, and make it the parent. This way, if you move the torso, the whole body will follow. To control the entire character, you can also add a circle mesh and make it the parent of the torso. Now, let's create a simple walk cycle. Select the left arm, switch to side view, and press R to rotate it forward. Select the left leg and rotate it in the opposite direction of the left arm. Do the same for the right arm and leg, rotating them in opposite directions. Hold Shift and select all moving parts. Press K and insert a rotation keyframe at frame 1. Move to frame 20. Press Alt-R to reset the rotation and insert another rotation keyframe. When you play the animation, you'll see the movement. To make it loop, select the first keyframe, press Shift-D to duplicate it, and move it to frame 40. Right-click and mirror the pose on the Y-axis. then insert another rotation keyframe. Next, duplicate the second keyframe, move it to frame 60, and duplicate the first keyframe again, moving it to frame 80. When you play the animation, you'll see a looping walk cycle. You can also adjust the speed of the walk cycle. Move the timeline cursor to frame 1, select all keyframes, and press S to scale them down. This will make the animation faster. To create a looping animation, switch the timeline editor to the non-linear animation editor. Click the push down button to convert the keyframes into an action strip. Select the first strip, open the action strip panel, and set the repeat value to 3. This makes the animation repeat 3 times. You might notice that only the left arm moves while the other parts stop. To fix this, select the other body parts and set their repeat values to 3 as well. If you want the animation to end in a natural pose, you can adjust the repeat value to 2.75 instead of 3. This will stop the character in a more neutral standing position. Now, let's move the character forward while walking. Switch back to the timeline editor. Select the circle, which controls the whole character. Press K and insert a location keyframe at frame 1. Move to frame 100, move the character forward on the Y-axis, and insert another location keyframe. You'll notice that the character starts slow and speeds up. To fix this, select the keyframes, press T, and set the interpolation type to linear for a constant movement speed. However, you might also notice the character's legs are sliding. To fix this, move the second keyframe further along the timeline so the walking speed matches the forward motion. Lastly, if the character continues moving after the walk cycle finishes, switch back to the NLA editor, push down the circle's action, and set the end frame to match when the walking animation stops. That's it. Your character now walks smoothly and moves forward correctly. Now, let's animate the mouth and eyes using shape keys. Select the mouth and go to the Object Data Properties tab. In the Shape Keys panel, click the plus icon to add a basis shape key. Click again to add another shape key and rename it Smiling. Set the value to 1 and switch to Edit mode. Select the center vertices, enable proportional editing, and set the fall-off type to Sphere. Move the vertices down on the Z-axis while adjusting the influence circle with the scroll wheel. Back in object mode, slide the value to see the smiling expression. To create a sad expression, set the minimum range to -0.5, allowing negative values to form a frown. For an eye blink animation, select the left eye and add 2 shape keys. Set the value to 1 and switch to Edit mode. Select all vertices and scale them down on the Z-axis to close the eye. Back in object mode, slide the value to see the blinking effect. To copy the shape key to the right eye, select the right eye, then hold Shift and select the left one. Press Ctrl L and choose Link Object Data, which will apply the same shape keys to the right eye. Now, it's time to add keyframes for animation. In the timeline editor, move to the frame where the character stops walking. Select the head and insert rotation keyframes. Select the eyes, set the shape key value to 0, and click the small dot next to it to insert a keyframe. Move a few frames forward, change the value to 1, and insert another keyframe. Repeat this process multiple times by duplicating keyframes to create a blinking effect. The mouth can be animated in the same way, inserting keyframes for smiling or frowning expressions. Now the character has expressive facial animations, making it feel more lively and natural. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next tutorial.